Guys, and welcome back to my channel. First of all, I got to 100 subscribers. I know that's kidogo to many people, but I'm genuinely happy because, as I said even in my previous video, I don't have 100 friends. So like for me, this is I'm genuinely happy and I'm grateful. So if you haven't subscribed, please do so. But anyway, for every person who subscribed, thank you so much for continuing to support me and for always coming back. So today's video, I wanted to talk about something that I think we don't define really well, and that's supporting your friends in business. So this video will be in a twofold video. In terms of, it will be beneficial to friends who have friends who own businesses, and it will be also beneficial to small business owners. So just defining what is support. Does a friend have to buy for it to actually be support, or there are other forms of it? So I have 4 ways in which you support. Only one of them is monetary support. So please stay tuned as we go through the first one, of course, is buying your friends' product or services, and I'll use many examples in this video just to make it, for it to make sense. So for example, the earrings I'm wearing are from one of my friends. She has a shop called Fetty. I'll link up each and every video, or each and every shop or store that I mentioned. I'll put them here. When I want to buy earrings, I used to make earrings. I used to be in the jewelry line. I'd wear my own brands, but anyway, I stopped that business. So for now, when I need earrings, for example, I have quite a number of friends who actually sell earrings. So they're the first people I'll go to. I avoid, even sometimes it's cheaper to buy on the streets or to buy somewhere else, unless it's something that I really like. But many a times when I need such things, I look for my friends. And then now there are those things that as a friend I'd like to buy but I can't. So for example, I have a friend who has a liquor store. I'd love to buy, but I don't take anything alcoholic. You get? So if my friend is waiting for me, he has a liquor store in Nairobi West. If my friend is waiting for me as Helena to buy alcohol, he knows very well that's not coming. So even for me, it's up to me to look for other ways of supporting my friend that are not necessarily linked to buying. The other thing that I'd like to link with this is, if you're an entrepreneur and your friends support you by either buying your goods or your service, it's up to you to give them the best. And this is why your friends have the greatest chance, other than your customers, to bring referrals to you, because for them there was a relationship before the purchase, and a relationship even continues after the purchase. So if they are happy, then your friends will keep on referring you to them. The other thing, if you're that friend, please don't ask for free things. It never comes out the right way. Just never ask for free things. Buy. And this is because most times the entrepreneur has put in a lot of money just to have that kind of establishment, or that kind of small side hustle, or a small hustle, if you'd like to call it. And so sometimes it's very discouraging when your own friends can't see that, and it puts us in a very awkward position of having to tell you no, when we thought it's a bit obvious that I need the money back, so I need to say. And also for entrepreneurs, when it comes to this, understand that your friends are not necessarily your target market, or they might not have the same interests as you. And if you're that friend, for example, if you're a guy and I'm selling earrings, you don't have to buy, but probably you have a female friend whose birthday is coming up and you can support them. Like my brother, my sister and I don't sell things that my brother would buy. So my brother, what he does, he uses the things we sell to gift people that he knows. So he'll buy shoes from my sister, he'll refer my baby shop to people. So it works that way. Or for example, I have a really close friend who used to make jewelry. At the same time I was making jewelry, if anything, she's one who referred to me to suppliers. And I knew very well she has a motto. Anyone who knows her knows that the owner of Eve Maya Designs only wears her jewelry. So for me, I didn't expect her to buy my jewelry as a form of support, but I know in other ways, for example, in taking me around what the business is all about, she really came through. So for me, I really consider that a support. Number 2, advertise your friend's business as much as you can. Retweet them, post them on your Insta stories, give referrals. You hear someone wants a cake and you have a cake. By the way, if you want a cake, I have a friend called Jerry who bakes really nice cakes. Buy from her. Give referrals. If you're not able to buy, the best you can do to your friend is actually giving referrals. And this comes from a comment I saw one of the influencers make some time back, and there was this product that came to the market and guys really retweeted. And she made a whole video about how don't retweet if you're not buying. It doesn't help the entrepreneur. And I really do agree that a part of it is people buying. But this is the thing, even as an entrepreneur, never think that your friends are actually entitled to buy something from you. Take it to the most grace, especially when they do so, because many times our friends will buy from us when it's a startup, even before we have our things together. You know, before even you perfect your baking, your friends will be among the first people to buy. They're not entitled to it, but take it with so much grace, because you didn't even act like you didn't see it coming. Thank them for actually doing it. So retreat. If you're not able to retreat, if you're not able to buy, please just spread it. Don't even feel ashamed of it. As I've said, my friend who sells alcohol, I'm not planning on buying alcohol for myself. The best I can do at this moment is actually helping advertise his business, and it goes a long way. Never feel ashamed of it. Never feel ashamed of liking your friends' post if you've never bought. Imagine, just like it, share their work with your friends on your social media handles. Just share their work. Like, guys, it makes us feel happy. I'll tell you for sure, it makes us feel happy. And if you're an entrepreneur who you think your friends advertising for you for free is not a good thing, please appreciate it, because not all entrepreneurs have money to start actually paying for advertising in the beginning. And so when your friends come through, please do appreciate. Number 3 is words of encouragement. And for me especially, I have a baby store, and actually 2 baby stores now. I run 2 baby stores. None of my friends in my inner circle has a baby, and so it helps me a lot when they just check up on me. You know, how is business doing? Even if they don't have, or even just DMing me and they're like, I really like your page, I like your things are really cute. It takes me a long way, because one, they don't have babies, so I'm not expecting them to buy anything of that sort. But I know part of them encouraging me is that I know when an opportunity comes, my friends, trust me, will come through. Even if they hear of a baby shower, I'm 100% sure they'll come through. So you might not be able to purchase, you might not be a target market to what your friend sells, but encourage them, give them advice. You know, tell them that, yeah, I know that what you're going through, I might not relate, but I know someone who went through the same and they did this, or look even for opportunities for them. So just words of encouragement take us a long way. As entrepreneurs, it's something that we really don't talk about, but for me, I greatly consider it as a form of support, or a way of support from my friends. The last one for me is show up. If your friend has an exhibition, show up. If they have a pop-up, show up. If they have an event somewhere, just show up. I've not really hosted events or that kind of thing, but I like showing up whenever I can. There's one called Dark Green. It's an outdoor theater. The first time I actually went just to support her, because I didn't know what to expect, but I've really enjoyed. And sometimes it even feels good for you to be there, even if it's to pop in just for 10 minutes, show up. It feels very encouraging when surrounded by strangers, a friend sees another friend who has actually specifically come just for them. So if there's such a thing, please show up. If your friend is hosting a pop-up, make a point of just passing by. If your friend, like I have a friend who cooks, she has really amazing food. If you're looking for a personal chef, I'm going to put a page right here. She's called The Kitchen Wizard, or she's called Kate, whichever you want to call her. She hosts pop-ups for her food, and sometimes you just show up. So I might not enjoy her personal chef services each and every day, but whenever she calls me for a pop-up, imagine I'll just show up. But what I'm trying again is, even in showing up, just giving feedback. Like, what did I think of the event? What could you do better? What could you have changed? What could you have improved? It helps an entrepreneur. So just to end this, support goes a long way when it comes from a friend who genuinely means it. It doesn't have to be in form of buying, but whenever you can buy, just buy. Sometimes the businesses we start could be pricey for our friends, and maybe that's why they're not able to support you at that moment. But look for other ways to support them. You don't have money, but you are able to advertise for them. You're able to look for referrals for them, and you're able to show up whenever they need you to show up. So thank you so much for watching. As usual, I'd appreciate really if down below you comment other ways you think you can support your friend in business that don't necessarily have to be monetary. And if you really think monetary support or buying is the only way of supporting your friends, please let me know. I'd like to hear another perspective. I'm really open to it. So thank you as usual for watching my video. Please support me by liking, subscribing if you still haven't, and sharing this video to anyone who needs to hear this, and see you next week. Thank you.